I'm kind of ticked off. Someone once told me I do my best work when I'm upset, so I expect to be pretty good tonight. Okay, so Tulsi Gabbard put out a video. It's a video in support of Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar, okay? Freshman congressperson out of Minnesota, we all know her. Muslim, wears a hijab, everyone knows she's Muslim. And to the bigots out there, it's probably pretty scary to see a woman wear a hijab, okay? And that's what it looks like. A lot of people have preconceived notions. Every time she says something, they're looking at it, making sure it's not, offensive towards one group or whatever. There's always something with it. Something about anytime she opens her mouth, people are looking for something. I wonder why with her it's just so pronounced that they do this. Well, anyway, Tulsi Gabbard put out a video, a very supportive video about Ilhan Omar and about Trump retweeting this garbage tweet by Crenshaw.
Representative Omar's concern is legitimate. It is wrong for the president to try to foment fear of an entire group of people based on their religion, in this case Islam, because of the actions of a handful of people who claim to be of that religion. If a Christian or a Hindu does something that's bad, it doesn't mean that all Christians or Hindus are bad. If a Muslim does something bad, it doesn't mean that all Muslims are bad. To conclude otherwise is religious bigotry, and it must be condemned. Now, the point that Congresswoman Omar was making is that she and other Muslims around the country have felt under siege because of bigotry against all Muslims, based on the actions of a few who claim to be Muslim. This is not a difficult concept to grasp. I'm sure that President Trump understands this, which makes his statements even worse. He is fomenting bigotry towards all Muslims for selfish political purposes.
Now, Congressman Crenshaw, I think he's a congressperson. You know the guy with the pirate eye? You know that guy? The guy that they had to apologize to because someone with Davidson made fun of him on SNL and he got all butthurt and everybody was butthurt. Oh man, he said something about our vet who lost an eye. He made a joke. Oh, so now we got to bring him on TV and apologize to him. That same guy sends out a tweet that is I'm not joking, it's like 15, 20 seconds, something like that, of a 20-minute speech. They take 15 seconds of the speech, put it inside of a tweet that has the 9/11, the buildings falling down, and they say that Ilhan Omar don't care about the vets, and she doesn't care about the citizens and the innocent people who were massacred on 9/11. And then Donald Trump retweets it. He retweets it. So Tulsi Gabbard, she stood up and she said, this is wrong. It is wrong for Donald Trump to use racial or religious bigotry in order to gain political points. It is wrong for a president. And the fact that you got to tell a president, what are you doing? Why are you using that? Why are you tweeting that? You just don't care how you win, do you? You have no level of chill. You have no level of self-respect or respect for other people at all. Don't you know you have knucklehead lunatics who follow you, who are liable to try to hurt this lady? Don't you have any responsibility at all? And if not, if you say, well, he did it innocently, and Crenshaw did it innocently, well, how do you send out a tweet if you're a person in a respected position that's 20 seconds long when you know it was part of a larger speech? Don't you have to take time to look at the context for which the tweet was, or the speech was made, or the comment was made? Don't you have to do that? Don't you have to do a little due diligence as the president of the United States, that when you send out a tweet, you make sure it's accurate and that it's describing the thing or the person? Because you are the president of the United States. You are the most powerful person in the freaking world. Can't you take 5 minutes to Google Ilhan Omar speech. And if you got time to send out the tweet, you got time to listen to the speech. And if you listen to the speech, you will find out what Tulsi Gabbard found out. You find out what I found out. You would find out that Ilhan Omar was talking to a group of Muslims, and what she was saying was, since 9/11, Muslims have been treated like second-class citizens. Since 9/11, Muslims have been having to apologize for something they didn't do. Not them individually, but because some Muslims, some people did some bad things, everybody's being blamed for it. Everyone. Well, I'd like to say, first of all, Ilhan Omar, welcome to the black world. Welcome to being black in America, because that happens all the time. You know, one gangbanger makes everybody a gangbanger. One guy selling crack makes everybody a selling crack. One woman on welfare, all black women on welfare. I mean, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party have ran on that for years at different points in time. I'm not saying it's fair for Ilhan Omar, and I'm not saying it's fair for Muslims. But that was the context for which she was stating it. She was saying, just because some people did the wrong thing doesn't mean everybody else should be looked at like they are criminals. And it's not fair. Look, if you're a white guy, you don't want to be judged compared to Dylan Roof. You didn't go and shoot anybody, did you? Then you would see, why do I have to explain this? Do I have to explain it? I guess I do. Because I guess some people don't get it. Okay? But if you're a white guy, that doesn't mean you're Dylan Roof. You shouldn't be judged next to him or the Texas guy who shot up everybody at the concert. Like, what's hard to get here? How can smart people, learned people, well-spoken people that do research, how could everyone get it so wrong? Because they want to. Because it's money in getting it wrong. And in Trump's case, it's votes in getting it wrong. And in Crenshaw's case, it's popularity in getting it wrong. So anyway, Tulsi Gabbard stood up, and I'm very proud that she stood up the way she did, the way that she spoke emphatically about Donald Trump. And she didn't need 10 minutes to do it. She did it in less than 2 minutes. She called Trump out on his BS. And she defended Representative Omar. And I appreciate it. And I think a lot of us do. But I also want to make it clear, guys, that this wasn't the first time.
Statements. Were they anti-Semitic?
There are people who have expressed their offense at these statements. I think that what Congresswoman Omar was trying to get at was a deeper issue related to our foreign policy. And I think there's an important discussion that we have to be able to have openly, even though we may end up disagreeing at the end of it, that we've got to be able to have that openness to have the conversation.
But you're not willing to go as far as saying it's anti-Semitic.
What I'm saying is what she was trying to bring up was something that was a deeper issue. Okay. And I don't believe that her intent was to cause any offense to anyone.
Tulsi Gabbard stood up for a Representative Omar the last time when she criticized a lobbyist organization and called them a lobbyist organization. Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? She had the audacity to call a lobbyist organization a lobbyist organization. Maybe because it's a lobbyist organization. Sweetheart. So, no one cries you a river if you say, hey, we got too much big pharma lobbyists up on Capitol Hill. They just want to, they're just out for themselves. They're just out to increase the price of drugs. They're out to keep the prices high. No woman say, oh no, you hate doctors. No, because they're smart enough to know, because if you're talking about lobbyists, doesn't mean you're talking about every doctor. If you don't like the Lakers, doesn't mean you don't like tall black guys. Just because you don't like Lakers. Well, tall black guys play basketball. If you don't like the Lakers, then you must not like black men. I mean, it's so stupid. But we buy it. Why do we buy it? Because we want to. Because there's money in it and there's votes in it. And that's why our politics sucks.